Hello again, YouTubers. This video, I'm going to ask a question. Are owner-operators glorified? I'm going to say yes, they are. Um, when I first started my truck driving career, whatever, when I started in CDL, training, school, driving school, whatever, I'd sit there and, talk about, you know, with other people, with other, you know, uh, truck drivers, barely, starting off, barely starting off and everything. We talk about owner operators and stuff, and it was like, we were talking about God, Oh man, owner operators, they have their own trucks and they make a lot of money, like it was the best. It was the best, it was like owner operators are at the top of the food chain in truck driving, and every everybody wanted to be an owner operator someday, to make that to make the big money, you know, and it was like the best. I mean, owner operators are were are the best, as in our minds, we thought that they were the best, they had the experience, and stuff, you know, driving experience, you know, being a truck driver, years of experience driving, you know, and I mean, even in my during my training in Hogan, standing outside in the cold, you know, talking to other, guys or even girls, women, you know, talking to them about owner operators. Oh, I want to be an owner operator someday, and whatever. It was the best. You know, you're on top. You're on top of the world. And it's like that's what you want to be. When you first start truck driving. And maybe you like truck driving, and stuff, and that's what your goal is, you want to be an owner operator and stuff, or even if it's just for the money, because you thought, well, they make a lot of money, I'm gonna be rolling in the dough, I'm gonna have all kinds of stuff, I'm gonna have me a nice house, I'm gonna have me a nice car, you know, everything, I'm gonna have everything, because being an owner operator, I'm gonna make a lot of money, you know, and then, you know, 2022, like I said in my previous videos, I became an owner operator because I couldn't get hired with anyone, nobody wanted to hire me. Now, now I have my own truck and everything, I drove, and mainly here in Texas, I drove, I drove around 1,500, even up maybe 2,000 miles. I went out, out of Texas, went to Oklahoma, I went to Louisiana, I went to Mississippi, Fulton, Mississippi, you know, in my own truck, you know. I got my truck set up, I got a TV in it, I got a refrigerator in it. It doesn't have an APU. I was planning on getting an APU someday. You know, by the way, there's two types of APUs, auxiliary power units. There's an electric one, it runs off the batteries of the truck, and after a while, it has an auto start, I think, and when the batteries get low on charge, the truck will start on by itself and recharge the batteries. And then there's one that runs off the diesel. It has a little pipe. I didn't know that, but it has a little pipe that goes into one of your tanks, and it sucks the diesel out. It still uses diesel. A lot of people think, well, it doesn't, you know, you don't have to idle the truck, you know. It does save wear and tear on the engine of your truck, but it's using diesel out of your, tank, So you still waste diesel, it doesn't, it may not waste that much, I really don't know, but it's still wasting diesel, that's diesel you need, to drive, to pick up your loads and deliver your loads, and like I said, as to how much diesel it uses, I don't know, you know, but it's gonna use diesel, you know, but um, it was still a pain in the butt for me, even though I was in my own truck, and and I pick and choose my loads and where I wanted to go and everything. That was a freedom I talked about, But after I pick and choose my loads, I had a boss, That was either Uber Freight, TQL, Coyote, whatever. The broker I talked to, you know, was the boss, And yeah, it was still a pain in the butt, and stuff like that, Um, but it was a little bit better, because I was in my own truck, and I, you know, drove, wherever I wanted to, and stuff like that. Picked up my loads and delivered my loads wherever I wanted to go. I didn't want to go way up there, uh, northeast or whatever. That's the thing, about being an owner operator. If you don't want to go way far away and stuff, then you don't have to. You look for the loads uh, close to where you live, and stuff, and you still make money, Um, Unfortunately, I didn't make a whole lot of money. You know, I did my taxes, this, uh, I think it was 2 months, maybe a month or two ago, and there's a lot of videos that talk about I made 200,000 in a year as an owner operator. I made 150,000 in a year as an owner operator. They don't tell you, everything. When you become an owner operator, you have a lot of responsibility. You have to pay for your own diesel, you know.